must not care what people think, especially if you're running a business. Hi, my name is Jen, this is my channel, Jen Lillian, and if you're new, then awesome, hit that bell notification button and that subscribe button, because I'm actually here dedicated releasing daily videos in order to help you generate those high quality leads and clients into your business, because as a business owner, we know that that's the lifeblood of any business. And if you're struggling, which I've done in my time, in my years of running businesses since 2012, then I'm here to help you, because I've known the pain when you just don't know where to turn and how to implement certain strategies. So let me know where you're at, and if you need a hand, I'll explain more at the end of this video. But it's really important, as mentioned, to not care about what people think. Now, this is easier said than done, and I'm going to share a bit of a story, because I think if you end up caring what people think, it's a lot of wasted energy and space in your head worrying and caring about what other people think. And this space here should be so sacred. Imagine it as a garden, and you want it to be blooming with lovely flowers and trees and a nice organic place to hang out. You don't want a garden full of weeds and you know, horrible mud and dryness, and you really need to protect your head. And I think a best way, or one of the good ways to do it, is not to care what people think, because it can be poison for the garden. You know, if you lay down some horrible stuff, it's going to end up killing off all your good plants, all your nourishing flowers and plantations. So if that analogy suits this video, I'm not too sure, but you know, roll with me here. But yeah, my experiences, I think I remember this before I realised I was actually depressed. Now, my depression came from business burnout, because at the time, a few years ago, I was spinning, I wasn't looking after myself, I was running the business, multiple businesses, well, two at the time, and I really was getting myself in a bit of a rut where I really wasn't taking care of my own needs. So even though I was spinning, I was keeping fit, I was spinning for the business, I wasn't spinning for myself. So I was really burning out, and being in China, business was even more difficult than what it is in my native country, which is England, because most people would speak Chinese, and to get the help and business support was just, there was nothing. And in fact, Facebook wasn't even allowed in China. I don't think it still is. So even though with a VPN, you might have a VPN which bypasses for you to get your internet connection and you know, to watch the channels like YouTube and Facebook, there wasn't enough support and help like there is today. So it was a struggle, and we were just doing everything on our own. We didn't have any government support, we didn't have any family around us, being expats. Obviously it was our choice at the time, but yeah, it just made business a hell of a lot harder. But we did have awesome success. We were six-figure earners in the offline space. So yeah, you know, it was a great experience. But yeah, going back to not care what people think, because it's a lot of time wasted. I remember, and I won't mention her name exactly, but she was such a lovely spinner. She really, really was. And she was so committed. She's come with her husband 3 to 4 times a week standard. And I loved her. I really did. But if you've ever been depressed or struggle with anxiety, or, you know, just getting a little bit down, you really do end up having these random negative thoughts. And I just remember being on the bike instructing, and she first came in, and I thought I said something really stupid to her on my first meeting with her. And then I used to have this game with myself, like, oh, because I used to, you know, the nature of an indoor cycling studio, we would always get an influx of people coming in and out, very transient, it being Shanghai, in a massive city, population of, at the time, 23 million people. So there were so many expats coming in and out of our doors, which was amazing. But a lot of people to try and impress at any one time. And I used to have this game with myself when I was experiencing really bad anxiety, that I used to think, I've just made a right idiot of myself. Now I've got a game with myself. Next time I see her, I have to make sure I wow her. And it was just an exhausting, random mind game that I played, that only I created for myself, because I used to then get on the bike and I used to think, okay, so I've made an idiot of myself in front of X, Y and Z spinner. today, and I've got like 5 of them in my class of like 18, and you know, it just made my life so much harder. And that's the power and the complexity, I should say, when it comes to anxiety. I've got so much respect, or so much, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm in awe of depression and anxiety. I mean, I'm fully recovered now, and I got out of that through natural resources. I didn't use any antidepressants. Not that I'm against that, but I just knew that wasn't the path for me. But looking back, and even having moments of clarity and objectivity when I was in the thick of being anxious and depressed, such awe I felt towards this illness and condition, because when you've got a healthy mind, which I do have now, which takes loads of work, by the way, it's possible, of course, but it's definitely hard. It's just amazing how quickly your mind can just take over. And then if you're in business and you're also struggling with an illness like depression or a condition like anxiety, then I feel for you, but just keep going and don't let it beat you, because your business is an extension of you. And if you are well and healthy in your business, for you right now, then your business will reflect that. And you need to be on top of your game. Your business needs you to be on top of your game. And another analogy here, but your business, baby, needs you. And if you're early doors, you're nurturing, you're building, you're growing, you need to self-sufficiently grow a business so it's on its own 2 feet. So like a mother would when a baby, up to its adulthood when their baby's now a teenager. And that is really the same sort of journey you're taking your business. You're giving birth to a business. This is how I see it anyway. And it will take years to see that business being self-sufficient, and you haven't really got the time to be self-critical and criticising yourself at every single conversation you have with clients, and especially the haters online. If you've got an online business, you just have to protect yourself, shield yourself even around that. And that's why I always suggest to revert back to your why. If you've got a powerful why, that somehow in itself just protects you against all the negativity. Now, I'm not saying negativity is bad, because you can learn from feedback, especially if it's constructive feedback. But we've got what we all know as trolls, and there are trolls out there who are just not obviously on the same path as you, who like to go off and damage people's egos or reputations just because they like doing it for whatever their reasons are, who knows. But unfortunately, it just comes with the territory of business. And the minute you start learning how to handle negative trolls, as it were, or just what people think, the better, because your business needs you to be successful. And you cannot be successful if you're forever beating yourself down or ruminating over bad comments online that really you shouldn't take personally. If you've got some message come up online and you don't know who they are, you never met them before, you can't take it personally because you don't personally know them. That's how I see it. I don't know if that helps you, but that's how I see it, and that's what helps me. And it's a free world, there's no barrier to entry, especially if you're doing online marketing strategies. So you just have to really learn to filter the bad out and actually see it as a positive. The bigger you are, the bigger you grow, the more criticism is going to come your way. However, that's a sign of growth, right? Because people are seeing your message, they either like it or they hate it, and more about that in other videos. But you need that polarizing, people either love you or hate you. If they hate you, that's their problem, they're never going to buy from you anyway. And then you've got the people that love you, and actually you'll tend to see that the lovers of your business ends up challenging the haters, and they actually end up being on your side. So to be on the fence is obviously dull, boring, and you're going to not end up putting your message to anyone. But if you're speaking to someone in particular, like a certain crowd, you're going to rub the backs of some people because your message is strong. But it's going to channel out all the fence sitters, but also it's going to channel out all the negativity as well, because those people are never going to buy from you. So really, it's all a good thing. Anything in life is good, you just need to put a different spin on things, and that's what I've had to learn the hard way. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy. There's definitely highs and lows, and when it comes to business, it's definitely a mind game. And just don't take it too personally. And if you are struggling with depression and anxiety, you know, I feel for you, I've been there. It definitely is a struggle, and it can have a massive impact on you, your business and your surrounding relationships, but you will get through it. And again, if you were to reconnect in your why in those really hard times, that should help you move forward. So I hope you found value in this video. Let me know what you liked about it. Feel free to put a comment below. Are you dealing with haters at the moment? How have you dealt with haters? Do you actually care what people think, or have you really learned and mastered this skill of not caring what people think anymore? And if that's you, and if that's where you are right now, then great. You're going to really start accelerating in your business. I actually have free resources on my website for you to indulge in if you want to. It helps you get leads and clients into your business, so feel free to check out jennalillian.com. I also have a free community on Facebook. It's called the Quality Clients Generation Community, so feel free to find me on Facebook, or the links in the description box. And also I offer strategy calls, so if you do have some time and you want me to help you implement on me a complimentary roadmap, a marketing roadmap, so you can start you know, seeing the results in your business, then feel free to find me and book that call. Links are below. Alright then guys, thanks for listening. I will see you in the next video.